Hey and welcome to today's lesson. The subject of today's lesson is the changes to John Lewis's tune Afternoon in Paris. Now this is to follow on from my last couple lessons on 2-5-1s and trying to get those down in different keys. So I've picked two standards, this one and Out of Nowhere, as sort of look at changes for the next couple lessons. This one because it does that thing in what I previously covered where 2-5-1s move down in tones, which is quite a common thing. So we're going to learn the chords and we're going to talk about the harmony. So here's a chart on the screen. So we're in the key of C major, no sharps, no flats. We've got 32 bars, AABA form. So nothing unusual there, but the chords move around on this one. Just listen to this A section. So that really did travel around. And looking at the chords on there on that A section, anywhere we see minor 7, dominant 7th, major 7th, or major 6th, whatever it might be, is likely to be a 2-5-1. So before we get into it, just remind ourselves of the chords in the key of C. C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G7, A minor 7, B minor 7, flat 5, back to C. So here's the A section on the screen, which I've written with first and second time endings. So we start out on C major 7, which is chord 1. We then do a really cool technique, harmonic move if you like. It's the same move that you get in How High the Moon, where you make chord 1 minor, you turn it into a 2 chord. It's going to be the 2 chord of B flat major. So we're going to go C minor 7, F7, B flat major 7. So that first 4 bars, we got chord 1, C major 7, then C minor 7, F7, B flat major 7. So what we've done, we started in C, and then we've used the 2-5-1 from B flat to move down by a tone to the key of B flat. Hear how it rests when we get to that 4th chord. And then we're going to do the same thing to that chord. We're going to make it minor. B flat minor is the 2 chord of A flat. E flat's the 5 chord of A flat. We land on A flat major. So listen to 2-5-1s going down in tones, and again, there we land on the A flat major. Now we could keep going down tones, but what do we do next? We take this A flat, we move to the A string, move by the interval of a tritone, which is a common bass move to get somewhere else, and we go D minor 7, G7, which is the 2-5 from the key of C. And then the first time bar, C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, G7. So that whole section was chord 1, then a 2-5-1 in B flat, then a 2-5-1 in A flat, going down in tones, and then we move a tritone away, 2, 5, D minor 7, G7, then the first time bar being 1, 6, 2, 5. We then do it all again. So that A section is first time bar, then we do it all again. Here's the second time bar. We stay on C for 1.5 bars. Then we have 2 beats on A minor 7 chord 6. So we got that whole thing I covered a couple lessons ago. 2-5-1s going down in tones. You know, the 2-5-1 in B flat, 2-5-1 in A flat. So something to recognise, and you know, if you want a parallel case, look at How High the Moon. This B section, the harmonic rhythm of the piece changes. That first section is quite intense, the melody's quite intense, the timing of the melody's fun. Have a good luck when you try and play that, particularly the start, and particularly if you try and play it with other people. It's quite fun. I remember when I first did that. But the A section is very intense, and the B section things calm down a bit. You stay on the chords a bit longer for the majority of it. So you get, most of the time you get 4 beats on the chords, so a whole bar of each chord. We start out on D minor 7, G7, C to A minor 7. So that's 2, 5, 1, 6. We then have another 2-5, whole bar of each, but it doesn't resolve to C this time. We get that movement again, a bass move of a tritone, and we go C sharp minor 7, F sharp 7, which is a quick 2-5. It's a 2-5 condensed into 1 bar, half a bar on each chord. And then we get the quick 2-5 of the parent key, D minor 7, G7. So that's... And I think this is a common device to move up or down a semitone. to just create a sort of outside moment, and we return back to it. Listen to that whole B section. So 2-5, 2-5-1-6, first line. 2-5, and then we get a 2-5 from the key of B major, then a 2-5 from C major, but it's the quick 2-5. And notice that C sharp minor 7, F sharp 7 never goes to B. It doesn't resolve, and the D minor 7 does resolve because we go back to another A section, back to. Love these chords. I really love the melody to this tune. The harmony's really fun to play over. The melody is great. It's a challenge to learn actually because of the timing. John Lewis, I think, is a fantastic composer, really incredible. If you've not heard his composition Django, which he wrote in tribute to Django Reinhardt when Django died, I think it's one of the most haunting melodies of all time. It's one of my most absolute favourite pieces of music. Really emotive and incredible piece of composing. So Afternoon in Paris, like How High the Moon, could be an example of 2-5-1s moving down in tones. It's, you know, when I look at a real book or chart for something like that, those 2-5-1s just pop out like that. And if you've done the practice that I suggested a couple videos ago, that can happen for you too. And I urge you to do that work and really commit to memory your 2-5-1s. It just pays dividends. If you missed those videos, I'll put those up on the screen at the end. There's 2 videos I made recently to help you practice your 2-5-1s in multiple keys, to help you recognize these types of things. If you've gained value out of today's lesson, hit that like button. It really helps boost the channel. If you want to shout me a coffee on my Buy Me a Coffee page, links in the description, as is the link to the Jazz with Andy Facebook group. And finally, if you've got any questions, any comments, you leave them below. Jazz guitar lessons every Wednesday, every Saturday. Until next time, you take care.